All right, time for an update. Haven't done one for a while. Since the holidays, I had some time and sealed up the front battery box. Built out a space for the high voltage to come out, a high voltage relay. I did some redesigning so that way I split the high voltage relay half in the back, half in the front. That allows me to run less conduits, less thick high voltage conduits across the car, because otherwise I'd have to join them together in the back and then run it back to the front again to this charger, which makes no sense. So rather I just run the negative from the front, positive from the back, since the positive side of the battery pack is in the back. And rather than running the inverter out straight from here, I capped out the bottom, and I discovered that essentially, if I was to open this, the power comes in and it's directly linked to the inverter by bus bars. There's no connections, disconnect or anything. So in theory, with that, I could tap it straight from the same high voltage conduits and just take it off before it reaches the PDM. So as long as the PDM is hot with power, inverter is hot with power. That's how the Leaf was designed, so I followed that suit as well. Let's see here. Otherwise, the motor has been put in. Well, motor's been in. It's now wired up with the inverter. The high voltage you can see here. I needed a seat so I can step on the brakes and test the throttle. The high voltage conduit box, redesigned it a bit. This is not final. I needed something for the bottom part here, and I didn't get around to setting up the rest of that yet. But it's did a power test. It wasn't supposed to work, or maybe it was. I'm trying to figure out a few problems in the meantime. So everything's all wired up, and let's see, let's start up the car. It's weird. Oh, I guess the car's still on. So power it on. I'm expecting the display to work, but it's not. But I've wired up the throttle, wired up the brakes, wired up the shifter. So the screen's off, so technically it's not supposed to be working, but when I let go of the throttle, apparently I'm getting power. That's kind of visible. Let's see from over here. You see power spinning very slowly. We step on it, there we go. Shift to reverse. And neutral works. Yep, neutral works. Haven't set up reconnected the speedometer yet. Gotta clean this up. But yeah, it's working incorrectly. So need to connect the coolant, and yeah, it's almost there. That's the update.